welcome to the channel, everybody. Today I have this DD15 engine that suffered a damage. A connecting rod came off, and I want to talk about that. In this case, I have a couple DD15 engines that we're working on. I have this engine block that's going to get a new crankshaft, and the engine block was repaired because it had a problem with the crankshaft. So the main bearings caps were resurfaced, and the and the engine block itself was repaired too, to sit a new head. And that's a pretty common topic right now, DD15 engines. And this is the engine that I'm going to be talking about right now. And you can clearly see the damage right here. It's very visible, right? So, connecting rod damage. Obviously, we have an issue. And I have evidence of the damage. And that will be then we have a broken bolt. See this bolt right here? See? It's completely loose right now because it lost the pressure because the bolt is broken. But then we have no bolt right here. You can see then the bolt is missing. So this one is broken because this one is possible then came off, or this one broke and it started, the vibration started and it came off, and this one as consequence broke after then this one suffered the damage. So this is a problem that happens for many reasons, and here we have the example of one of the main reasons, but today I'm going to talk about that. There is many reasons why this happens to your engine. It is not just one reason. We can say there is like 4 or 5 reasons that are very important. The first one, that will be that then a bolt is broken. A bolt came off, a bolt was loose, the connecting rod didn't have the proper torque, or simply the bolt didn't resist the pressure. So that's very important when you are doing a main bearing and rod bearing replacement. It's very important to replace all the bolts, because these bolts take a lot of torsion, a lot of pressure when you are doing the specific torque to each bolt. So you're putting 80 pounds of torque and then you're applying 180 degrees. That is kind of like 250, something like that. Not completely sure, but it's around that. That's a lot of torque for that bolt. Now that will be one of the main reasons, the most common reason I will say. Then we have another reason, that will be engine over speed. In this case, the computer is not hooked to the truck. We cannot extract the fault code, and the computer is has saved in the system. So we don't know what was the cause or what happened before this problem happened. So engine over speed could be another problem why the connecting rod suffered this damage. That happens when you're going downhill and you apply the go-round gear. Then we have lubrication problem. That will be another reason why this happens. Connecting rods suffer a damage because of the bearing. They start losing lubrication, and then the high temperature inside the bearing destroys the connecting rod, and then the connecting rod goes to the side and destroys the engine block. And so in some other cases, then will be defective parts. In this case, the defective connecting rod can be the reason why, you know, over the time, these are metal parts and they get wear and tear. So it's normal to see any issues after 1,000,000 miles. In this case, this engine had 1,000,000 miles. So it is normal to see that kind of problems. Not common, but we can say normal in a way. Then an engine that has 1,000,000 miles is exposed to any type of issues. But in this case, as you can clearly see, the reason why the connecting rod came off is most likely then the bolts were broken before, or they were stretched, or they were loose, something like that, because we have the evidence of one bolt and it's right there and the other bolt is missing. Now, The way you're gonna know that this is your issue is pretty easy. I mean, and then you're gonna be driving and the engine is gonna make a big noise, and then you won't be able to start your truck. And also you're gonna see a big hole, which is very visible. And this can be located in different areas. It's not just, in this case, this is in the number 5, but depending on the connecting rod that suffered the damage, that could be located in a different area of the engine block. Other ways that you're gonna notice this issue is that the engine is not gonna rotate. The engine is completely stuck in one position because the connecting rod is actually stuck. See, it's stuck right here. It's not letting the crankshaft. This right here is the crankshaft, and it's not letting the crankshaft move to any way. We can rotate it back probably, but it's gonna be hard. But that will be a way to notice. Then your engine doesn't rotate. Now your oil filter is gonna be with a lot of debris, a lot of metal materials, because of the oil that was getting contaminated with debris, metal shavings and all that. So that will be the way how to spot this issue. But of course, the easiest way is by seeing that big orifice in the engine block. Now, when you get that issue right here, we cannot reuse the engine block. The engine block is completely trashed. So for that, we need a different engine block like this one, so we can install the engine block on that one. So in this case, this engine block is for a different truck, but we're gonna do something similar. So we're gonna need a new crankshaft, new engine block, and new connecting rods, and the old bearings. The head, if you want, the cylinder head, if it didn't suffer a damage, you can reuse the head. But in some cases, the piston hits the cylinder top area, which is the head, and damage it. In some cases, the piston, because of the connecting rod, gets completely separate from the crankshaft, and then it goes right up and destroys whatever is in contact with. But I'm not sure, we won't know until we take the engine apart. But I'm just showing you, talking a little about how it's like to see an engine then suffer a connecting rod, a severe damage, which is going to be very expensive. Also, you have the option, in this case, to buy a new engine from the dealer. You can get a new engine depending on your location. It can vary, $20,000 probably or more, depending. But that will be depending on the person that is going to sell it, the dealer, your account, and there is too many factors that are going to vary on the price of an engine. Anyway, we have the look of an engine that suffered damage, and I don't know if you guys have any questions about this. I know that there is many issues with DD15 engines with lubrications, but there is not many common issues about connecting rods coming out, and this is the way you're gonna see it, and hopefully this doesn't happen to you. And if it does happen to you, you know what to do. You probably know what will be the reason why the engine block suffered this damage. By seeing this video, I already told you what could be the common causes or the probably causes that you wanna see if this happens to your engine. But if you have any questions, you can comment below and add anything or ask anything. There is always other subscribers looking for answers and other subscribers looking for help you in the seek of different answers. So if you know the answer for any question that anybody is asking on the comment section below, just answer it. And if you have any experiences or recommendations about this issue, you can also comment below. That will be very important. You can also look for me on Instagram, franciscoamaya YouTube, and also you can see the description of the video. I have details how to send support to the channel. As always, like the video, share it, subscribe, and thank you for watching.